I ran across an example of some unexpected behavior in Ruby today, and I thought it would furnish a good excuse to talk about unary operators. But first, take a guess what the result of executing this code is going to be. Okay, let's try it out. My guess is that's not what you predicted. An array containing the number 4. There is a reason for this. It's even arguably a good reason, but we need to start by talking about unary operators.